Now, why do you two think you need marriage counseling?
I'm sorry. Dr. Harddick? Dr. BJ Harddick? What should I refer to you as?
Dr. BJ Harddick works.
Okay. Well, my wife Shelly and I have been fighting for some time now, and it just seems like every day we're arguing about something new.
Well, I'm not the one who said every Italian is a mob boss.
You've never even watched The Sopranos.
You never even watched The Sopranos. Jeff, if every Italian was a mob boss, wouldn't that mean none of them are?
Settle down, you two. Now, Jelly. Can I call you guys Jelly?
No!
Okay, geez, no need to be so harsh. It sounds like you two have a little case of what I like to call my first wife-itis.
What's my first wife-itis?
Ah, yes. My first wife-itis. Named after my first wife, Jan. It's a condition where a couple only looks to talk when they're looking to argue with one another.
Wait, did you say first wife? Aren't you a marriage counselor?
Jeff, you're starting to sound like a real Lois right now.
Who's Lois?
Thank you for asking, Shelly. Lois was my second wife, and between you and me, a real Lois would always ask too many questions. She was always looking to antagonize me. You two ask questions not to find the answer, but to fight between each other.
Wait a second. Just how many failed marriages have you had?
I'm actually on my 7th marriage.
Are you serious? What makes you think you're qualified to be a marriage counselor?
I mean, I've had a lot of experience. Can you name another marriage counselor that's been divorced 6 times?
I don't know. Brad Pitt?
Good guess, actually. He's only had 2 marriages. I might only be half as attractive as Brad Pitt, but guess who's had 3 times as many wives? Bradley Pitt might be good competition, but he's no match for the strength and girth of Dr. BJ Harddick.
Okay, Doc. How do we fix our marriage?
Good question, Shelly. And I've had to learn this the hard way from wives 3 through 6. The answer is to communicate.
Communicate?
Communicate. You two are always bickering about nonsense when you should be sharing your thoughts and feelings. Let's practice. Jeff, I want you to tell Shelly something that you've been meaning to tell her for a long time.
Shelly, I'm having an affair.
What?
Now, Shelly, I want you to share something with Jeff.
I've also been cheating on you.
How could you? I've always been so loyal.
Good job. You two are finally communicating.
Who is it? Who have you been cheating on me with?
I'll tell you if you tell me.
Fine. At the same time? Dr. BJ Harddick!
Wifey number 8, here I come.
Welcome to a turkey-trotting episode of Live from Studio B. I'm Owen Towns.
And I'm Catherine Stathakis. You know this show is live because I am very out of breath from that run.
Let's waste no time. Here at Studio B, we like to have fun.
And what screams fun like talking about some humiliating, dehumanizing, degrading everyday experiences.
These are the moments where we lose our dignity and say bye-bye to our pride.
But at least we have one another to relate to.
Here is Dehumanizing Experiences.
Trying to find a pong ball as it rolls away at a party, bent over, crawling around as the game just waits for you.
Chasing after an elevator as the doors are closing while shouting, "Hold it!" as you desperately try to wedge in a forearm or half a foot.
Using a porta potty. The squat, the stench, the scary realization that there's no toilet paper.
Suppressing a cough attack in the middle of class. The tickle in the back of your throat tells you to hack up a storm, but your quiet lecture hall says otherwise.
Being the second choice host. Right, Owen?
Pitching a sketch that no one laughs at. Right, Catherine?
Hey! What about when your stomach makes those gurgly monster noises in a silent room?
Or intimate examinations with your doctor.
Or even more intimate examinations at the good old gyno. Dehumanizing. The premature politeness of holding the door for someone too far away, so you just stand there as they jog to meet your gesture.
Ordering a grande vanilla sweet cream cold brew with pumpkin cream foam, and the barista asking, "Is this for your girlfriend?" Then having to say, "Nope, all me."
Bending down to tie your shoe while you're walking with a group, then realizing that nobody waited for you.
Telling a joke that no one laughs at, then someone repeats the same joke louder and gets all of the laughs.
When you think you can hold in that fart, but your body fails you, and now the whole room knows what you ate for lunch.
That dehumanizing moment when you raise your hand in class to ask a question, but the professor doesn't see you and moves on. Then you have to slowly lower your hand and pretend like you were just stretching the whole time.
Thinking someone finally remembered your birthday. But it was just Team Snapchat.
When you finally get the courage to ask out your crush, but she just looks you dead in the eyes and says, "Why would I ever do that?"
Losing your balance while on a bus or a train, and then suddenly throwing it back on some rando holding the same pole as you.
When you finally make a move on your crush, but as things heat up, she says she's underwhelmed and doesn't like being touched by you.
Keep it relatable, dude. We talked about this.
Right. When you see her at a party the next weekend and think, "Okay, Owen, you got this. You could get her back," but she's all over some 6'6" basketball player named Buddy. And no, not the cool elf from that Will Ferrell movie. That one I would understand, but
Too specific, Owen.
you have one too many drinks and think to yourself, "You know what, I could take him. So you say, "Hey, that's my woman. Hands off, you filthy animal."
Oh my God.
But you can't take him. And in one punch, he knocks you out cold. And you're there and you just lay on the sticky floor in the basement and you think to yourself, "Maybe my father was right."
And those were some dehumanizing experiences.
But hey, we've all been there.
Maybe not all of our experiences were relatable, but we hope that you've been relating to the news. 4 Asiatic lions at Singapore's night safari tested positive for COVID. It was discovered after the lions said that little Timmy tasted bland and unsatisfying.
Court documents show that Google is giving data to police based on search keywords. In celebration, today's Google Doodle is a copy of your Miranda rights.
Minnesota police called to break up a bald eagle street fight. A bald eagle street fight is what I call 2 balding men fighting outside a Dunkin' Donuts.
New Zealand had a controversy after the bird of the year was won by a bat. The bat was deemed the victor after the birds flew to Minnesota to take place in the annual bald eagle street fight.
Paul Rudd was named People's Sexiest Man Alive in 2021. Which is just another sad reminder that Prince Philip is dead.
A court ruled that Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos are legally people. So legally, I would like my bestiality charges cleared.
A body of a cow was found washed ashore on Hancock County Beach. See, this is why I don't go to the beach. One minute you're confident enough to wear your new bathing suit, and the next you're a headline.
YouTube is making the dislike count on videos private in response to its harassment problem. Because the best thing you could do about bullying is keep it to yourself.
JoJo Siwa made it to the semifinals of Dancing with the Stars, and Maddie is still at the top of the pyramid.
A family sued after a loved one's corpse fell out of a casket. This is why UPS labels have a this side up.
A French daredevil climbed to the top of a hot air balloon 13,000 feet in the air for charity. He chanted, "There is no place like home," as he fell once the balloon hovered conveniently over his house.
An 89-year-old man earned a PhD in physics to fulfill his childhood dream. Good for him. But I've yet to fulfill my childhood dream of having a 4-way with a cast of iCarly. Freddie, get your camera.
Fortnite has pulled the Travis Scott emote after the Astroworld concert tragedy. Whew, I was worried how Fortnite was going to respond to this news.
The email in question involved acting like nothing happened when someone died.
And that's the news.
Next Thursday is Thanksgiving, and it's time to gather around the dinner table with your loved ones, eat some very dry turkey, and get into a heated political debate with your aunts and uncles.
My favorite part of Thanksgiving has always been watching the Macy's parade on TV with my family. But in recent years, the balloons have been getting a little boring.
I never liked the Thanksgiving parade, especially the balloons.
What kind of joyless life do you live, Owen? Anyways, we thought of some ideas for balloons that would make the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade soar to new heights.
Cheech and Chong. America can watch them get high in a whole new way.
A giant red flag. I should call him.
The Marshall Street Preacher. That's the closest he'll ever get to heaven.
My GPA. It's the only way I could possibly raise it.
My son. It's the only way I could possibly raise him.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a balloon version of your mom.
But there's no way she'd be able to float.
Balloon Chancellor Kent. He's already empty inside, so he's halfway to being a balloon.
The US dollar. It's already inflating anyway.
A Starbucks. There's one on every corner, and now there's one in the sky?
A Newhouse student. But the balloon definitely won't be as big as inflated as their egos.
Owen, are you okay?
I'm good, Catherine. I'm doing dandy. Carry on.
Okay. A balloon of a blimp. As long as the blimp's not named the Hindenburg, we should be fine.
A Jeff Bezos balloon, sitting high above the rest of us while we all slave away. It's just a typical Tuesday for him.
Also, his bald, shiny head already makes him look like a balloon.
The balloons from Up. Heck, why not? Let's just lift up the entire house.
A balloon version of Owen. I mean, he already thinks he's above me.
Snoopy!
Owen, Snoopy's already a balloon. Actually, Snoopy's a balloon every single year. Are you sure you're okay?
I don't know, Catherine. Do I look okay? I hate those balloons because I'm deathly afraid of them, okay? My family would all gather around and watch the parade and admire those helium sacks in the sky, but I had to sit in the corner. My severe latex allergy wouldn't even let me mention the word. The mere sight of a balloon sends my body into a frenzy of hives.
Wow, a latex allergy. I can't believe how many men in my life have told me that too. Anyways, this has been balloons we definitely want to see in this year's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Can we cut to commercial, and can someone please get me my ointment?
Orange, you're glad I didn't say that. I'd like to make a toast to you, Will. Lynette and I are just thrilled that you could join us this Thanksgiving.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Zoe's been raving about the famous Anderson Thanksgiving meal.
Speaking of, the first course is just about ready. I think they turned out just perfect this year. Now, Will, Zoe tells us that you're planning on joining the Peace Corps. Please tell us more.
Right. Well, do you guys just eat your vegetables plain?
Oh, well, we have salt and pepper right here.
God, no, nothing like that. Just, do you have any ketchup?
Ketchup? You want ketchup?
Oh, for the potatoes, of course. I might have some packets of ketchup for you. This should do.
I didn't realize we were rationing.
So, son, you were telling us about the Peace Corps.
Right. Community service is a huge priority of mine. If you're not making a positive impact, what are you doing with your life? In fact, Zoe, she inspires me to be a better person every day.
Oh, you two are so perfect for each other. That must be the turkey. I'll be right back.
So, Will, do you play any sports?
I'm actually more of an artist than an athlete.
He's so talented.
Boop. Thanks, my little sugar plum.
Well, son, I would love to see your work someday.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's great,
Oh
Mom.
my god, no
Thank
ketchup.
you, honey.
Before we eat, we're all gonna say something we're thankful for. Petra, you start.
Well, I, for one, am so thankful that God brought such a intelligent, wonderful, and hardworking young man into our daughters' lives.
Yes, I'm so thankful to have found a guy who treats me right.
I am grateful for this home-cooked meal. I'm so grateful for the food and the things that go on top of the food. The things that make food so special. I'm thankful for the delicate combination of concentrated tomato paste, water, sugar, salt, vinegar into America's trademark delicacy. I'm thankful for Henry John H.J. Heinz's product that's so gentle, so tender, so delicate, so kind. A product that makes everything better. Oh, will you excuse me for just a moment?
Jesus, Zoe, you didn't tell us Will had such strong feelings about condiments.
It's a bit much, right? Wouldn't you agree that his ketchup-driven obsession is a little too passionate?
I finally found a boy that makes me happy, but you're so desperate to find something wrong with him? God, you're so judgmental. So what if he kind of likes ketchup?
I'm back. I couldn't find any bottles of perfection back there, so I went to my car for a little emergency stash. Bingo!
That is it! You come into my home and disrespect my cooking by drowning it in ketchup?
It's not disrespect, ma'am. This ketchup, it's a part of me. It's part of my identity. I'm nothing without it. Just try it.
Seriously, son, enough. What's next? Are you going to put mustard on the pumpkin pie?
He's not a monster!
Is that what you think of me? That I'm a mustard guy? I think I should go.
Will, no, I love you. I don't think you're a mustard guy. Look.
No.
Yum. You have no idea what you've just done.
We saved you from a life with a complete weirdo. That's what we did.
Well, that complete weirdo is the heir to the Heinz fortune. Forbes called him the next ketchup billionaire. Good luck retiring before 70.
Welcome back to the show. As you guys know, Thanksgiving is coming up, but to be honest with you, I'm not really looking forward to going home. Luckily, one of my pals tells me he has a plane ticket with my name on it. Please welcome Stevie.
Good evening.
So, Stevie, what's this plane ticket you're selling to Owen?
Well, I have a two-way ticket to the exotic, incredible, and a mind-blowing location that is Mount Auburn, Illinois, with his name on it.
And why do you have a ticket to mountain of middle of nowhere, Illinois?
Well, Catherine, for most of my college career, I was dating a little lady named Jennifer. Up until about a week ago when she saw me talking to another woman on Facebook Messenger and ended our relationship.
Oh my God.
That's disgusting.
I know, it was wrong of me and I shouldn't have done it.
No. It's disgusting that you used Facebook Messenger, of all things, to chat to other girls. Have some class.
Yeah, shame on you.
The point is, before she discovered my messaging on Messenger, I'd booked a plane ticket to her hometown of Mount Auburn, and thus, now I'm looking for someone to buy it off me. But don't worry, there's so much to do in Mount Auburn.
What could there possibly be there to do in Mount Auburn?
Well, for starters, fans of CVS will be thrilled because there is a CVS in the next town over.
If that's your opener, the rest of this pitch is going to be painful.
Looking for fun things to do in town? Well, there's a town square.
Is there anything fun to do in the town square?
It has 4 right angles. That's more angles than the circle down the block. And there's a fountain.
Tell me it's a wishing fountain. Just give us something here.
Actually, if you try and throw a coin in and make a wish, the police arrest you for destruction of property.
What is wrong with this town?
And while there are no official hotels or motels in the area, you'll be staying in a bed and breakfast that is my ex-girlfriend's house. And trust me, her mom makes a mean Thanksgiving dinner that the FDA has said can legally be called food.
Wow, just so many great things to think about here. Ellen, as your financial advisor.
I still don't have a financial
As your
advisor.
self-appointed financial advisor, I don't think this is for you. Thanksgiving's about spending time and creating memories with family. I don't think you should take this deal.
You're right. Sorry, Stevie, but I don't think I could buy what you're selling.
That is great, because Stevie, I would love to talk to you about buying that ticket you're selling.
Whoa, what about the speech you just gave me?
Hey, you don't have to eat Thanksgiving dinner with your Uncle Randy, who when he walks into your house, everyone says, "Hey, it's racist Randy." And then he says something racist. It's a hellhole. Anywhere is better than that. Stevie, I'm prepared to offer you $100 for this ticket.
You think that I want to go back to my Thanksgiving dinner? The same Thanksgiving dinner where my mom gets a little too wine drunk and looks at me with big sad eyes and says, "I wish I was thankful for my son." I'll offer $150.
200.
200 is pretty enticing, Owen.
200, and I'll tell you a story of how Catherine got blackout drunk at Ski House and started performing the entirety of Hamilton on the pong table.
200, and I'll tell you about Owen's time as a live-in maid for me because he wanted to get into character for Halloween.
A live-in maid? That's going to be pretty hard to top.
200, the blackout Hamilton story, and I'll give you the voodoo doll I've been making of Catherine so I could cause her excruciating pain and become everyone's favorite host.
You've been making what?
I'll do whatever it takes to win.
200, the live-in maid story, and I'll tell you what really happened to former hosts Thomas and Bridget.
We said we'd never tell anyone they put us in the electric chair!
And then we'll walk through the gate somehow together, Owen.
200, blackout Hamilton story, the voodoo doll, and I'll tell you the real reason FYP isn't doing Mamma Mia this year. And I'll give you a hint. It involves Ken Severud and a beehive.
Going once, going twice.
200, the live-in maid story where Thomas and Bridget's bodies are buried, and I'll tell your ex's parents that she was the one who was messaging other guys, and she did so on LinkedIn.
And sold to Catherine. If you can convince them that she's the bad guy, then you can come to my family's house for Thanksgiving
Hey,
next
you
year.
have a deal. That's Stevie, everyone. The show will be right back after this.
Sitting at home, thinking about you. I am all alone, just laying in my room. My house is all empty cause she's on a date with you. Please tell me how it went and what's the smell of her perfume. I don't wanna lose you. I don't wanna have to make her choose you. What am I to do? What am I to do? Because my wife's boyfriend is a really good man. He treats her right much better than I can. My wife's boyfriend is a really good man. He's been missing from my life. Best friend I never had. Bought me the PS5. What a nice guy. He didn't have to do that. It's enough to make me cry. I never got my license, so he taught me how to drive. I asked him for some money and he handed me a 5. He said go get some candy while he hung out with my wife. He said go find some friends and spend some time with them outside. We're always playing games and he is always on my mind. Yeah, he's always on my mind because my wife's boyfriend is a really good man. He treats me right much better than she can. My wife's boyfriend is a really good man. He's been missing from my life. Best friend I never had.
Syracuse are always looking for more fun things to do on campus.
Which is why we have a special guest to talk to us about recruiting members for his new club.
Here's Tyler.
Thank you for coming on.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
What do you want to talk about?
we're looking for new members.
Very specific, I like it.
Can you speak more to what you guys do exactly?
Yeah, we're looking for new members, preferably short people.
Short people?
Yes, as in not tall, as in the opposite of tall.
Why?
No reason.
But can anyone join?
Yes, anyone who wants to join can join. But I'm really looking for short people. Like, not allowed on roller coasters, kind of short. Or really skinny, but not defined, just really skinny. And you can't go to the gym.
I'm confused.
Why can't you go to the gym?
It doesn't matter, but you also can't have played high school football unless you're a kicker.
What?
What's your name?
Owen?
A guy like you with your build is perfect for our club, Joey. You do great.
It's Owen, but what was the club that you're here to introduce?
I can't tell you that.
Tyler, what club is this?
We're looking for new members.
Yeah, but what club is it?
It's a rule, I can't tell you.
I'm so confused. Why can't you tell us?
I don't know. Maybe because I wasn't prepared for these questions.
What did you think we were going to ask you about?
I don't know, about maybe my bruise or why I have a limp. Just why do you care so much about what the club is?
We're sorry. Why do you have that bruise?
I can't tell you, don't you listen.
Tyler, what club is this?
Stop it.
Tyler.
I was not prepared for these questions.
Tyler.
They didn't tell me what to say.
What are you so scared of?
I just can't keep losing. Please,
Losing?
if you're
What are
weak,
you
get on-
losing?
My mind, okay? My legs and my arms hurt. My neck, the bones in my legs, everything is in
Some kind of
pain. I
swim
can't
team?
breathe.
I don't-
My feet are in
Is it
the
some
opposite
fitness
directions.
club?
That's why I have this
Ooh,
limp.
it could be an ROTC thing.
I just
Why
it
can't you
hurt.
tell us
Everything
why?
hurts. It's the rule. It's our only rule.
What kind of club has a rule where you can't talk? Oh, wait. I get it. It's Fight Club. Get out of here!
Well, that's a way to end our show. Way to ruin it, Joey. Anyways, follow us on social media at SU Live from Studio B and at Heard on Campus, and we'll see you in 3 weeks.
Is that what you think of me? That I'm a mustard guy?